All right, birthday Howard, birthday Howard Shine, Kyle, birthday Howard Shine, birthday Howard Kakadash, divine to the elder apostle, great most of will, and their citation that I can put to the truth, the call to four corner of the earth to the bigger power, how about y'all shout out to Google that, and who the world we call God named Howard, and who the world we call Jesus Christ named Howard Shine. Or the Hebrew Israelite that consists of the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American Indians. All right, it's my heart call from the Great Millstone Los Angeles camp. Los Angeles camp, back with another election. All right, and it's going to go into, another video concerning Alizé, his rant, all right, on the elder high priest, Arya. All right, but I just want to go to the scripture so, because you know how high priest Arya had passed and how I was able to be disrespectful. But King David, all right, whom before he was king, whom King Saul, whom David was serving, all right, his life was threatened multiple times by King Saul, all right, and he didn't uh, disrespected King Saul when he heard the news of his King Saul um, had died. Okay, he gave reverence. Okay, because at the end of the day, he knew because what the scripture said, he said how King Saul was anointed. All right, so this is Jeremiah 6:15. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh by shall stand ye in the way and see and ask for the old path, where is the good way, and walk therein. All right, and the point I wanted to get was because you have to look how our forefathers conducted themselves. Okay, these were characteristic and integrity that we had. All right, which is a lost characteristic these days. All right, and niggas is hella disrespectful and shit. Okay, so get the account of David, the Psalm 4, and it's like Second Samuel 4, and it's Second Samuel 4 and 10. When one told me, saying, "Behold, Saul is dead," thinking to have brought good tidings, right? He, they thought he was gonna be happy. Okay, just because there was a history of the other high chief priest, the other high priest Ariana going off. Okay, but the elder apostle, a great Muslim, started with the elder apostle Hart, always maintained that respect and that reverence. It was it always say that it's pray they come up out of that. All right, the Lord have mercy on him. Okay, and when he had passed away, it still showed that respect unto their elders. Okay, even though there was history there. All right, It's the same thing we can take account of David and how he reacted to the news of King Saul passing away, even though King Saul was being an adversary unto David. All right. So let's start at 9 actually. And David answered Macab and Baanah, his brother, the son of Rimmon, the Beerotite, and said unto them, as the Lord, Yahweh liveth, who hath redeemed my soul out of all adversaries, if one told me, saying, behold, Saul is dead, thinking to have brought good tidings, I took hold of him and slew him in Ziklag, who thought that I would have given him a reward for his tidings? How much more when wicked men have slain a righteous person in his own house upon his bed? Shall I not therefore now require his blood, your hand, and take you away from the earth? And David commanded his young men, and they slew them, and cut off their hands and their feet, and hanged them up over the pool of Hebron. But they took the head of Ishbosheth and buried it in the sepulchre of Abner in Hebron. All right, the point is in verse 10 how he wasn't happy. All right, nor was there was he gave an award for the news being brought. Okay. Uh, yeah, so this is what I had quoted earlier about the Lord anointed. All right, now let's take Samuel 1 and so basically David was inquiring how did Saul and his son died, or his armor bearer died, because it's the guy that brought the news. All right, was an Amalekite. All right, was already was an enemy, but instead, so basically, yeah, he let me just go to this first. All right, it's 2 Samuel 1 and 1. Now it came to pass after the death of Saul when David was like when David returned from the slaughter of the Amalekite, and David had abode 2 days in Ziklag. It came to pass on the third day that, behold, a man came out of the camp from Saul with his clothes rent and earth upon his head. So it was when he came to David that he fell to the earth and did beat him, basically pay homage, worship. And David said unto him, from when cometh thou? And he said unto him, out of the camp of Israel, and I have escaped. And David said unto him, how went the matter? I pray thee tell me. And he answered, that the people are fled from the battle, and many of the people also are fallen and dead, and Saul and Jonathan his son are dead also. And David said unto the young man that told him, how knowest thou that Saul and Jonathan his son be dead? And the young man that told him said, as I happened by chance upon Mount Gilboa, behold, Saul leaned upon his spear, and lo, the chariot and horsemen followed hard after him. And when he looked behind him, he saw me, and called unto me, and I answered, here I am. And he said unto me, who art thou? And I answered him, I am an Amalekite. All right. I know that could be kind of long, but the point to be made. All right. He said unto me again, then I pray thee upon me, and slay me, for anguish is come upon me, because my life is yet whole in me. So I stood upon him and slew him, because I was sure that he could not live. After that he was fallen. And I took the crown that was upon his head, and the bracelet that was on his arm, and have brought them hither unto my Lord. Then David took hold on his clothes, and rent them, and likewise all the men that were with him. And they mourned and wept and fasted until evening for Saul and for Jonathan his son, and for the people of the Lord, Yahweh, and for the house of Israel, because they were fallen by the sword. See? So David mourned. All right, even though King Saul tried to take it to like multiple times, David was that. Okay? He wasn't happy, he wasn't excited, even though that was, an enemy. All right, but he still had maintained that respect as he was the king. Okay, verse 13. David said unto the young man that told him, "Whence art thou?" And he answered, "I am the son of a stranger, an Amalekite." And David said unto him, like strangers, God. All right. That's a lesson for another time. All right. I don't want to go off topic. So, and David said unto him, "How wert thou not afraid to stretch forth thy hand to destroy the Lord anointed?" Right, because he was a Israelite in a land of in that land. Okay, because that I am the son of a stranger in Amalekite. He didn't say he was a straight up Amalekite. Okay. And that's why in the next verse it said, and David said unto him, "How wert thou not afraid to stretch forth thy hand to destroy the Lord anointed?" All right, because he wasn't a heathen, he was an Israelite. Okay, and David called one of the young men and said, "Go near and fall upon him." And he smote him that he died. And David said unto him, "Thy blood be upon thy head, for thy mouth hath testified against thee, saying, I have slain the Lord anointed." See that? 'Cause, hey, David still recognized that King Saul was anointed by the Lord Yahweh. Okay, and he wept. All right, through the story. All right, so I think I had another scripture. Okay. So yeah, I was pretty much in on that. Just wanted to go to the account of how we can learn from King David. Okay. how we can learn from how King David, all right, um, reacted to King Saul dying, all right, which Aladay didn't show that type of respect unto elder high priest Arya. Okay, so I just wanted to bring that account out. So I hope it was edifying to the fear of how Yahweh shall shine. It was that one day, Twada Yahweh, Twada Yahweh shine, Shalom.